Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we are damage testing my boy Sephiroth, and we've got the normal setup here. We've got Core and Aerith. Sephiroth, his FR is so free and easy. It's a very good FR to operate with. Aerith echoes really nice off of him. So yeah, we're going to get a really nice damage test going here. We got our gold debuff flowing, so we know that we've got that always working for us, right? So Sephiroth, I mean, early on, I don't really have to do anything, so I think I can just BT effect like immediately and just go right into this. That's kind of what I'm debating. Yeah, just BT effect right away, because we got force gauge up, right? So all I really need to do, Sephiroth is a very easy damage test to set up, because all I need is just put on all 3 BT effects and I'm good. I do want Oath on him as well, so Core's going to have to... or with Core, what I think I do is I just put Oath on Sephiroth, and then I do Core's BT effect. I think we can get into Sephiroth really quick here. I think it's a fairly quick damage test. My boy Sephiroth is putting up some mad damage. It's crazy. Now, one thing I do want to note, and this fight does show it off pretty well. So if you do a fight where you can't break the enemies because the enemies do like a brave floor, this fight has phases that does that, right? Sephiroth does still put them down to 1 brave, even if it's below what their brave floor is, but you still can't break them. But Sephiroth can be really good for those types of fights to ensure that the enemies aren't starting off at like mad high amounts of brave, right? So that is good to know. Alright, so Core is going to set up Oath on Sephiroth, and then he is going to, I believe, do the BT effect. And then, yeah, I think... see, I'm debating, because, like, Aerith... Yeah, I still have to get... No, so on Sephiroth's next turn, I do believe we go into Force, and then Aerith can, like, double Echo, and she's going to be healing with that to get her overhead up. So, yeah, I think we just go into Force on Sephiroth's next turn. I think it's what we do. Alright, so we'll let Bahamut take a turn. Ads can heal, which is good. Oh, and Core, by the way, we kind of saw this a little bit during the character guide, but Core is combos so good with Sephiroth because when the BT effect is up, Core will just jump in and consistently push the enemies back, and you're going to be stealing turns. It's pretty wild. Oh, that's right. So I do have a selfie I have to get through. That's right. So we put the selfie in, and we have to circle around back to selfie again, and then we go into FR. That is correct, because I did not want to waste a turn on using the Rain's Call. So yeah, we did set up with the selfie here. See, the Aranea damage test was a little simpler because she enables her own launching, so we didn't have to worry about selfie or Rains or any of that. Alright. Speaking of Rains, though, we do know for sure that the... So there's going to be like a... What, on the 20th? Is it on the 20th? Yeah, so we're going to have another campaign banner coming up, but on the 18th, which I think it would be the 17th, the evening of the 17th, we are going to get the 6 Warrior Fight banners, and it is indeed going to be Cid, Rains, and Quistis. We know this for sure because they are on the Chocobo panel mission. So we know for sure that those banners are coming. So I will get a Should You Pull Out on that banner later this week, for sure. But one thing I will say right now is if you don't have Rain's Call, you want to pull for his LD, because his call is probably one of the most valuable calls in the game. I would say him, Rydia, and Raijin are the 3 most valuable calls in the game. So you definitely want to get it, for sure. It's going to help you output so much more damage by basically enabling launching for any BT phase you want, which is really good. Alright, so Selfie's going to go through... we really just wanted to get her launching on, so now we're just walling to pass her turn so that we can get Sephiroth back out. And then Sephiroth is going to go into FR, I believe. And we're going to get this party started. There we go. And now I believe it is FR time with the Black Conflict. I believe, if past self wants to press the button. There we go. I'm commentating over pre-recording. So what it was I was at a cabin all week, and I was able to sit and kind of record these on my phone, and so now I'm just commentating over. Alright, so now we are in FR, and once again, I said this during his character guide, but his FR is super free and easy. It's just having a debuff on the enemies, and then having a stacking buff, and if you use Rydia Call, you'll always have that. So that is one thing I could have done to optimize this more. Because I don't know, like, that Core and Aerith get... Well, Aerith, I think her overhead counts as stacking. We'll see what we get here. But I maybe could have maximized this more by just having Rydia call on to make sure we had a stacking buff on. So that is one misplay I may have done here. Let's see what Core gets on this Echo here. Oh, 105. So I think Core got the full gambit there. Yeah, 105% is really good. So I think we didn't miss a beat here. We had everything we needed. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Core's, I think Core's sword stacks count as a stacking buff. So yeah, I think we're good. A lot of overheads do count towards this. So it is fairly easy to get with most characters. And Aerith, she's got a stacking buff above her head as well. So I think she's got it covered as well. So we didn't really need the Rydia. But Rydia Call is really nice just to know that you can use that with Sephiroth's FR in case a character doesn't have it. Yeah, 125. That's a very good Echo off of Sephiroth. He's got a nice FR. He really does. He does have a good, like, main driving FR. I would recommend it. It is a good one. Anytime Aerith can, like, Echo over 100%, that's good. Because Aerith is going to just be in, like, most team comps anyways. If you got her. Which you should get her if you don't have her. See, I do have the Rydia. There it is. So I'm throwing it on now just to hit some extra damage. Because what it is I know I'm going to go into Sephiroth BT. So I'm just doing attacks to make hits to raise the gauge. Because I want to... Like, there's no point in going in with Sephiroth on turn 10. If I've got turns to burn, I'm going to burn them. Because we have to go in on turn 7 to get the full effect. So we might as well just get some extra free gauge. Even if it's a little bit, we should just do it. And then Aerith can now just do an attack. Actually, in retrospect, what I should have done there, instead of using the calls, I would have gotten way more gains. I should have just done Healing Winds there. I could have had way more gains. I could have just Healing Wind, because that would have been, oh gosh, I think those would have been like 90% gains. Because Healing Wind itself is going to be like a base 50% gain. And then we get 40% for having the stacking buff. So yeah, I think we would have 90%. So I kind of did misplay there a little bit. So just know that, and I say this with all my damage tests, because I've had people comment in my Discord like, oh yeah, I did 600 mil with this character, and I did whatever. I get it. There's other people with bigger brains than me that do bigger damage tests. I'm just doing my similar damage tests with these nice little setups that I like. But yes, anything I do in this game, just so you guys know, can be optimized better. Because I'm admittedly not the best default player out there. I'm knowledgeable about the game. I understand the game well enough, but I do not research as heavily as other players do. I do not study the game as much as other players do. So this is my Joe brain putting up a damage test, and we're doing pretty good. All right. So yeah, in Sephiroth's Burst, putting up some mad damage. So at 820%, let's just do an attack. Like, Octoslash has to be hitting so hard at this point. In Octoslash at 800%, let's see, with the launch damage, how much are we getting on this? It should be pretty heavy. Yeah, 48 million is pretty dang good. Not even at full gauge yet. And dude, Sephiroth getting 90% gains, like, he pushes his own gauge up very quickly. We'll do Fervent Blow, because that's going to be a little bit of AoE splashity splash on there. Get some more damage here. This one should be around 50-ish mil, I'm guessing. Okay, 40 mil, but then we got the 18 mil on the sides. So that was like 80 mil damage he did on that attack, approximately, right? So when you consider the AoE, dude, that was a lot of damage. Got 2 attacks left, so sure, let's Octoslash and we'll finish it with the FR attack. Okay, and then, yeah, 60 mil on that shot. 9 mil on the sides. So, yeah, Sephiroth is putting up some mad damage. And then, yeah, Aerith popping in. Alright, so let's see what the FR does. This should be some pretty good damage. Remember, now, this is going to be AoE. So we might not see the biggest damage to Bahamut, but if we add it all up AoE, this should be quite a bit of freaking damage. Let's see what the total damage number is here. At full gauge. So we did 41 mil, but then 30 mil on the side. So that was like 100 million damage. That one attack, Sephiroth did 100 million damage. I feel like Dr. Evil. 100 million damage. That was pretty good. Pretty dang good. All right, we'll finish with the BT attack. And what does our burst phase end up? Where are we at, Sephiroth? Where does my boy lie? 585, the biggest burst phase I have put up on my channel. Once again, I know people can do 600, but I did 577 with Rex. We got 585 with my boy Sephiroth, putting up some mad damage. So anyways, let me know what you think of this beast, this behemoth, this monster of a character. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.